Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. Today we're going to do my paycheck budget for the first week of October. The budget sheet I'm using here is from Kate's Place. I'll have a link to her channel and a link to her Ko-Fi shop in my description box below. And I realized when I went over some of the products, or not some of the products, but the Build a Budget workbook that she has currently on her website, I didn't show you guys the expense tracker. So in that Build a Budget workbook is also some expense trackers. They were after all of the budget by paycheck sheets. So I didn't scroll past far enough. So they do come with expense trackers too. But yeah, Kate's Place. Make sure you check out her channel. And if you're interested in the Build a Budget workbook, go ahead and go over to her Ko-Fi shop and check it out. So this week, only Brian is getting paid. We do have some rollover from September. So we're budgeting $1,100 for Brian, and then $1,943 was our rollover from September. And this budget is going to cover October 3rd through October 9th for us. Okay, so 11,1943 is what we are planning to work with. So this week we're going to have to pay our Kinetic internet. I'm pretty annoyed with them. They have been working in our area, putting in fiber optic, which is great. There's so many people in our neighborhood who don't have access to wired internet service just because we're so rural. But Comcast and Kinetic are currently working on installing fiber optic in our neighborhood. So the internet has gone out a few times inconveniently. One day last week it was out during the day, so I had to go to the library and work. And then one day this week it was out in the early evening, I would say like 6:30. So there was no TV to watch, while we were winding down for the night. So hopefully they get that together soon. Cell phones, only Brian's cell phone is going to come out. He has AT&T, so it comes out monthly. And me and my oldest son, we're on Mint Mobile, so I pay every 3 months and he pays every 6 months. So, well, he don't pay, he's 10, so I pay. For Instant Ink, I'm planning $265. For tuition, they did give me a prorated rate because Carter's last day is October 18th at the school he goes to currently, and then he'll be starting at the daycare that he's moving to facilitate my move to returning to the office. So for tuition at his current school, it's going to be $140. And then Brian's life insurance is going to come out for $35.93. So this totals up to $352.28. The only debt that we are paying this week is our ViStar card, and it's going to be $112. So that's a total of $112. Oh, I did that wrong. What row? This is not the leftover amount. It's the total from the category before. Okay, so to get the leftover, we have to subtract that from our income. So $767.15 is the remainder. And then the total here is $112. So we'll subtract that. So that leaves $655.15. Okay, so for groceries, we budget $1,200 a month, so $300 a week. For cars, I'm putting $150. We probably won't need that much this week. I just spread it out between all 4 weeks of the month, but our gas should remain relatively the same as it has in prior weeks. Household, we're not budgeting anything. Kids, we're not budgeting anything. And homestead, we're budgeting $75 for the month. I'm going to put it here now, the whole $75, and just make one trip to Tractor Supply. I did talk to the gentleman who said he would help us process the pigs. We actually saw him yesterday when we were at our boys' open house for their new school. His daughter goes to school there. So, and Brian never forgets a face. It was so funny. We're like all in the cafeteria and he sits down at the same table we're sitting down at. And Brian goes, "Isn't that the guy who got the turkeys from us?" And I was like, "I don't know. He doesn't look familiar to me." But Brian never forgets a face. So it was the guy. His daughter recognized us and told her daddy, "Hey, those are the people we got the turkeys from." So they had a conversation and he did say he's still willing to help us. He just got to coordinate the day with his wife. So I'm going to get 3 bags of pig feed and 2 bags of chicken feed. We're only budgeting $75 for the month. So after this pig feed runs out, if he's not ready to help us process these pigs, we're going to have to come up with another plan because we don't have the money to continue to feed them. It's like $30 to $45 a week, depending on how many bags of feed we buy. So that's where we are on that. So 300, 150, and 75 is 525. Subtract that from 655, 15. So that will leave $130.15. That will roll over to the second week of October. I like to give us some like wiggle room just in case something happens and we need more money. So I don't like to budget every week down to 0. I like to roll over every week and then at the end of the month try and get it down to 0 as close as possible. And we're not doing any sinking funds or savings this week. I will do the sinking funds at the end of the month. So this is 909 or 989, excuse me, 989.28 and 1119.43. So 130.15 to roll over to the next week. So there we have it, short and simple. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.